To align yourself with somebody who's obviously a one-term mayor, if he even makes it that far, you better be worrying about your job. You better be worrying about your longevity, because we're going to vote and we're going to get you out because you ain't doing right by us. That's what time it is.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Black Chicago residents revolting against the mayor and other elected officials over the crazy amount of money that the migrants are getting. We're talking about $70 million more dollars are being directed toward these individuals to feed them. Now, there's been hundreds of millions of dollars spent on the migrants in Chicago, Cook County alone so far this year, and talking about 70 million more. And at a certain point, the residents are like, look, this is too much. We've had enough. If you guys keep on doing this, we're going to vote you out. And I hope they follow through on their promise, because this did pass. They went ahead and allocated the money. I hope that everyone who is an elected official and voted for this is voted out. And I hope that they don't do a Lori Lightfoot to Brandon Johnson type transition. All right. Don't throw out this guy and put in the guy who's the exact same as him. That doesn't make any sense. All right. Don't put in another nervous Democrat who's going to just help the migrants and not really help you too much out there as normal, regular, everyday tax-paying Chicago citizens. And before I go any further into it, let's get to a couple of clips. The first one is about all this money. How much is it? Where is it coming from? What's the purpose? Then we're going to get to some of the reaction from the people. As you saw in the beginning, Chicago residents don't like what's happening here too much. And of course, everything I'm talking about right now will be in the box. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
And happening today, a final vote on Mayor Brandon Johnson's request to spend millions more of taxpayer dollars to help thousands of asylum seekers.
The full Chicago City Council is set to meet this afternoon. CBS 2's Mugo Odigwe is live in the control room right now with what you need to know about the money and the vote. Mugo.
Yeah, good morning to you both. So that vote was supposed to happen on Wednesday, but it was delayed until today. The mayor is asking for an additional $70 million, and that amount is in addition to the $150 million the city has already budgeted to care for migrants this year alone. The mayor's—
So hold on, how much? It's talking about 70 million more, but how much is already spent? Let's go back a little bit.
To the $150 million the city has already budgeted to care for migrants this year alone.
So this year, 2024, and we're only in April, okay? We're only in April. So this year, 2024, they've already spent 150 million U.S. American cold hard cash dollars on the migrants. And they want to put 70 million more on top of that. Now, I'm no mathematician. I'm not a guy that's going to just be a wizard with numbers, but 150 plus 70, that's $220 million in not even 4 full months of 2024. So if you extrapolate that over the course of 12 months, we're getting close to $1 billion. Does that make any sense to you? It doesn't make any sense to me, but I digress.
Alone. The mayor's office had previously said it wouldn't be enough for the entire year, which is why they are now asking the council to approve 70 million more. We should note, as announced back in February, both Governor J.B. Pritzker and Cook County President Tony Preckwinkle are investing a combined $250 million to help fund the migrant crisis. As for the additional 70 million the Chicago City Council is voting on today, it's expected to help provide shelter and other services to thousands of migrants. And that vote should happen at 12:45 this afternoon, and we'll keep you updated on the outcome.
Well, that vote did happen, and they went ahead and approved the money 100%, unfortunately.
We're live in the control room. Mugo Odigwe, CBS 2 News.
Mugo, thank you. As the city's proposal on migrant spending prepares for that vote, Cook County commissioners approved giving another $70 million to help Chicago with the migrant crisis. But that approval didn't come without debate. Earlier this week, Cook County leaders wanted to make sure the money would go towards its intended use. The county—
Now, I might have got a little bit confused there. They did approve the $70 million for the migrants, Cook County, Chicago. I guess there's more money they want to approve. I mean, so you already had 150, then another 70, then what, 250? All this money to care for these people, how about just send them back and save the money? And if you really want to spend the money, spend it on those who have already been here for quite a while. Let's get to the next video here. This is going to be Chicago resident speaking out about what's happening with this migrant crisis funding. Check it out.
Now, to align yourself with somebody who's obviously a one-term mayor, if he even makes it that far, you better be worrying about your job. You better be worrying about your longevity, because we're going to vote and we're going to get you out because you ain't doing right by us. That's what time it is.
Now, I love what she's saying, 100%. I rock with what she's saying. I fully support her in her endeavors. As I was saying from the beginning, the issue is you can't get Brandon Johnson and any other person who aligns with him supporting the migrants. You can't get them out and then put in people that's going to be the same way. All right. Just like with Lori Lightfoot, you got her out and then put in Brandon Johnson, who might even be worse than Lori Lightfoot. So let's vote properly. Let's get them out, but don't put in more guys who are going to do the same thing that the previous administration did.
Chicagoans furious and sounding off on Mayor Johnson's plan to tack on another $70 million to migrant funding. Frustration building to the point that some voters are now working to get him out of office, as you heard that constituent there saying. Garrett Tenney live in Chicago with the story. Hi, Garrett.
Yeah, Dana, good morning to you. This migrant issue has become an Achilles heel for Mayor Brandon Johnson, so much so that there are now multiple efforts underway to vote out Democrats and the mayor. We saw that yesterday at the city council meeting, where several groups of black voters showed up wearing red shirts with the words "No More Blue, Go Red," and "Turn Chicago Red." Many of these folks are lifelong Democrats who are now...
Some of them also had on MAGA hats. Let's not forget about that, Fox News. Okay, because I did see the footage, and I was seeing some black folks in red MAGA hats protesting against the mayor.
Actively working to shake up deep blue Chicago, specifically because of how the mayor and the governor have handled the migrant crisis, doling out more than $1 billion so far for that. And here they are warning the mayor.
There we go. Look, there we go. You see, there we go. We got MAGA hats. All right. So shout out to them. We got Chicago Bulls right here, but then make Chicago great again. Okay. So not quite a MAGA hat, but same thing. Here's an actual MAGA hat. Make America great again. Shout out to P. Ray. I see you.
Warning the mayor and city council about transferring another $70 million from the city's rainy day fund to take care of the migrants.
We need that money in my neighborhood. We need that on my block. So I'm asking y'all to use our tax money for our people. We need it.
You vote for the money for these immigrants today, and we coming for them seats. You can believe that.
The police are fighting with them in the shelters that you guys are funding. You guys think it's a great idea, but yet your police officers are getting attacked. Your public's getting attacked.
Currently, state law does not allow voters to recall Chicago's mayor, but after seeing how Mayor Johnson's first year has gone with the migrants and crime, a new group wants to change that by getting a referendum on the ballot this November that would pave the way to voting Johnson out.
We're not taking care of Chicago citizens first, and that's what it's all about. The fact of the matter is that we've never had this opportunity to recall before, and it's very apparent based on the mayor's abilities right now, or lack of accountability, that this needs to be addressed.
Yeah, Mayor Johnson is dismissing this recall effort as a right-wing effort from folks living out in the suburbs. But Dan laughed at that, saying he's lived in Chicago for 33 years. He is an independent. And in the 24 hours since news came out about this effort, he said there's been an outpouring support from folks of all backgrounds looking to sign on. Dana?
So, yeah, shout out to them. And I hope that they're able to get him out of the way. And again, I cannot stress this enough. If you get Brandon Johnson out as the mayor of Chicago and any other elected official in that area responsible for funding the migrant crisis, if you get them out, please replace them with people who are not going to do the same thing again. Can we get some conservatives in there, some Republicans, at least libertarians, independents, something other than what you've been doing for I don't know how many years? Because obviously, as I close, it's not working out very well. The migrants are all over the place doing whatever they want to do, getting all kind of money. What they said, like a billion has been allocated. I don't know. They're talking about 70 more million and 150 million this year and 250 million total. It's so many different numbers. At the end of the day, it's way too much. It shouldn't be happening. And they should just go back to the country of origin where they can live in their house, find a job, do something rather than leeching off of the U.S. taxpayer dime. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your thoughts on the effort to get Brandon Johnson out of office? Are you optimistic? Do you think it'll happen? Do you think they'll replace him if he's able to get out with somebody better or worse? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think that they can do this. I think they can get him out. Okay, I'm not really pessimistic about that part, but I'm kind of on the, I'm a tad bit skeptical about the ability of the Chicago voters to put someone in better. That's all I'm saying. They can get him out. They can get that part done. I have nothing but confidence about that. But we got to get in better people. That is the bottom line. And if it doesn't happen, not only in Chicago, but also in Illinois, the governor, Democrat, J.B. Pritzker, Chicago mayor, Democrat, Brandon Johnson, if we don't get these individuals out of the way and replace them with more conservative people, the problems you face right now will continue without much change at all. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.